shopping malls are done. Who you with?
Malls are dying, so let me show you my dead mall. Starting off strong. This used to be like a J.C. Penney's that's entirely blocked off, but it's fucking huge. And it's like on the outside, and all the exits are, closed. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing there, nothing there. Auntie Anne's. This whole end of the mall is just dead. It did not used to be like that. There's one jeweler. That one's closed.
Real quick, I don't know if you've seen that, but the Auntie Annie's.
There's one
Look,
there.
right there. No matter how dead the mall is, that pretzel place gonna be there. Like where I live at, I'm in Michigan. Our mall is like, it's not as dead. Let's look at how dead this mall is, and then I get back to talking.
Auntie Anne's. This whole end of the mall is just dead. It did not used to be like that. There's one jeweler. That one's closed. That one's closed. That's an Ulta now. When I was a kid, all four of these corners were all jewelers. Also, when I was a kid, this was not like this. Like, the mall was busted. A Bath and Body Works that is closed. A T-Mobile that is closed. And mind you, it's 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. So if it's supposed to be open, it would be. Next Ulta we have closed, 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 closed. We do have one singular clothing store. Oh, just kidding. Store closing. Oh my god, guys, I did not realize it was this bad. Store closing. Oh my god, wait, it's just all goodbye Ross. I was in this Home Goods a couple days ago, but I guess they have the mall entrance blocked off. You can only get in from the outside. And this is this end of the mall, which is the same thing. That's also closed. I'm not kidding, I did not realize it was this bad when I came here. This whole thing used to be a food court. Half of the food court shut down to become Ulta, and there are 2 still open, and the rest are all shut. This used to be like a cookie place. I used to be a C's Candies, RIP, that's also shut down. We got one clothing store, shut down, shut down.
This is depressing. But here's the thing. Online shopping killed the mall. Because if you think about most of the stores that's in the mall, it's clothing stores. Really, that was the main thing. Clothing, electronics. That was what was mostly in the mall. You got the food, obviously. But we're talking about the stuff that closed. It's clothing stores and electronics. And for the most part, you can get all that stuff online. I think the only reason you'll go to the mall to get some clothes is if you need something like for that day. You need something on some quick stuff. Let me run in there and get something real quick. You know it's going to be overpriced, but you're like, you know what? Hit me over the head. It's all right. Because I don't, we have 2 malls in my town, and I don't go to either one. The only reason I would go is to take my daughter to play at the playground, the little play area. They have a bounce house in one of them. And then I go to the Pandora store to get some charm bracelets for my wife. Or just to walk around like the old people in the morning. And that's another thing. Old people, they like the mall. But for the most part, you don't really need to buy them from the mall because you can get it online and you can get it cheaper.
Down. We have an empty kiosk, empty store, empty store. There's an acupuncture place. Shut down, shut down, shut down. I'm not kidding, guys. It's dead here. One massage place.
Massage place.
It's dead here.
Right there. Hold up. Massage place. You know what they doing up in there. They ain't just doing massages. That's why they still open. All the married men up in there.
Massage place. Shut down. Shutting down.
I seen enough. This is sad. That mall, and that's in California. That's somewhere in California. That mall is done. That's just a big old piece of real estate draining money. And you got to think about it from the business's perspective, right? You got like Alto, you got Forever 21, Abercrombie and Fitch, Aeropostale, all these different places, right? Why have a building that I'm paying rent for and I got to stock all this inventory when I can just do it online? Now I have to stock the inventory, now I have to pay the rent. And if somebody buy it, boom, ship it to their house from our distribution center. That just makes sense. All right, we got this young lady. She said, I'm so sad that mall culture is officially dead.
I remember needing only $40 to go to the mall. And when I say $40, that $40 covered a lot. I used to be up in Fairlane with my girls, and we would get us a cute t-shirt or a cute phone case. We was going to grab us a Cinnabon, a plate of Chinese food, and we still had enough left over to catch a movie. Okay? Like, meeting up at the mall was just a weekend ritual. It was it. Like, you got a cute fit, put it on, your hair was done, got your new braids, got your little sculpted pony, your little 3D twisties, whatever you had, your fresh wrap with the feathers, you know what I'm saying? Like the feathered wrap, smelling like straight Pump It Up. And we was at the mall walking around meeting our, little yeah-yeahs up there. You feel me? Like, mall culture is so dead now. And I wish I could just go back. Today's kids will never know true mall culture for real. Yet they will never know.
That is a fact. The internet was a good thing, but in some ways, man, it really hurt a lot of stuff. That was a big thing as a teenager and a young adult. Getting dressed up, meeting all your friends at the mall, playing some arcade games. Hell, even if you wasn't buying nothing, just browsing through the store trying on clothes, meeting girls at the mall, just hanging out. And now, like, and then also this was like before cell phones too, at least in my day. So you were really into what you were doing. This is like the mid 2000s. You were really into what you were doing and not stuck on your phone doing this all day. Like now, people can't get away from their phones. They can't unglue themselves. But yeah, what she's saying is real. Like, you used to get dressed up or go to the mall and get some clothes and just be hanging out from store to store. Going to the movies. They had movie theaters at the mall or it was nearby. Going to get something to eat. Getting some ice cream at the Dairy Queen around us somewhere. Looking for girls to talk to. Going to the arcade with quarters playing games. Yeah, these kids will never know now. All they know is, go in a house, be on the internet all day. It's different. It's actually sad. It is sad. All right, we got this young lady. She said, what is happening to our malls? Let's listen.
What is happening to the malls in America? I just wanted to go buy a new pair of jeans. I haven't been to this mall in a couple years, but I was like, you know what?
You hear what she said? I haven't been to this mall in a couple of years. I just need to go get some jeans real quick. What I say earlier in the video, if you're going to buy some clothes from the mall, you're going to do it on some quick stuff. I need something real quick. Because online, obviously, you got to wait. You can't get it the same day.
Let me go. Tell me why. There is nothing in there. I walked the whole thing, all three stories, all the stores. There were a few businesses open, but they were all closing. I see this one, it's this kid place business, and there's this guy sitting there with a laptop just desperately waiting for someone to come watch this puppet show. And I just about did. I was like, well, if I can't find jeans, I might as well watch some puppets crack jokes. Right? That's what the puppets do. They crack jokes. I asked him, I said, what's going on with the mall? Are they going to tear it down? Like, what is happening? Why are there no businesses? And he's like, well, they're trying to lease them, but they just can't, stay, because people are stealing. And I saw a bullet, like a whole thing in one of the glass cases. I was like, this is nutty. And I have heard that malls around the country are shutting down, but my mall? Really? I know online shopping is this big thing, but you can't really replace the experience of actually going in store to try stuff on. And it's the mall. All the stores are supposed to be there together. I don't want to have to drive over here for this store and here. And gosh darn it, I just wanted to get a pair of jeans.
Looks deserted. Honestly, The Walking Dead should film in Portland. For real.
Yeah. And then what's crazy is the clothing stores that do exist are you got the Walmart, of course. Really, it's places like Ross and like Burlington. I don't know if you have those type of places, but it's those type of places where they send all the imperfect clothes that have stitches that may be wrong, or because these clothing companies, like in the factory, if they get one thing wrong, they gotta get rid of it, and then they give it to like a TJ Maxx, a Ross, or Burlington. So those are really the only clothing stores that exist by themselves outside of a mall. I think some of them are in malls, but those are really the stores that can still exist. All the clothing stores with the rejected items from the factory. But the rest of that stuff is online. It's online. Like I said, if it's in the mall, people are going in there on some quick stuff. All right, let's move on. Here's this young lady with what happened to malls. Let's listen.
What happened to malls? Like shopping malls? Yeah, like shopping malls. Great question. Malls were once a go-to social and shopping destination, and now they are almost all slowly but surely dying. So what happened? Well, first was real estate and locations. You see, kind of the standard footprint of a mall is to have anchor stores on the outside. These are the larger department stores that bring customers into the mall. And then of course, within the interior of the mall, there are these smaller shops as well. So anchor stores like Macy's or Dick's Sporting Goods? Exactly. And you see, over the last couple of decades, malls started to be built very close to each other. And the problem is that the new malls would poach the anchor stores from the old malls. And as a result, these anchor stores or department stores would leave the old mall in order to go to a newer, larger, nicer space. But whenever these anchor stores left, so did the customers. This left a decline for the older malls that were already built. Not only was there an issue with anchor stores getting poached by other malls, but anchor stores were just struggling altogether, and many of them ended up closing. Macy's and JCPenney are two brands that have traditionally struggled over the last couple of years. Foley's and Sears are brands that have started to close. There has been a huge issue with large department stores struggling to stay open. And why did these stores start to close? Really, it's because of online shopping. That's ultimately why malls have died.
Boom, right there. I was waiting for her to say it. Online shopping killed the mall. Online shopping. The mall compared to online is overpriced. Why would I walk in somewhere, inconvenience myself, getting in my car, driving all the way across town to the mall, using my gas? Why would I drive to the mall to overpay for something that I can get online cheaper and order from the comfort of my home?
As well. Online shopping is more convenient, it's oftentimes more cost effective, and because of that, people have lost the incentive to go to a traditional mall, and as a result, many of them have started to close. Do you think malls will ever return to normal, like what they once were 5 or 10 years ago? It doesn't look like the traditional mall will ever be like it once was. Malls are shifting to more of a social destination. That's why we're seeing a lot of outside malls, a lot of malls with restaurants, movie theaters, things like that. And I think that that is where this trend is heading. I think the days of having huge interior malls, those days are probably over. And for the most part, it's mainly due to online shopping. Make sure to follow for more, comment on which.
All right. You know what's crazy? Hello, Mr. Man. Come here. My son just woke up. Oh, come here, Mr. Man. Come here, Mr. Man. Oh, come here, Mr. Man. All right, sit in Daddy's lap. Okay. Outside malls. A few years ago, they built the outside mall in my town. And what's crazy is out of the 3 malls, 2 regular traditional malls and then 1 outside mall, me and my wife go to that outside mall way more, getting shoes, getting clothes, getting chocolate shakes. And it's like the outside mall has the kind of like the online prices, like the discounts and stuff. It's called an outlet. It got like them discounted prices, but also I can physically go to it and try stuff on. So that might be the future. Outlets. That's interesting. Yeah, the traditional mall, that shit is dead. It's over with. Let's read some comments. I'm gonna go to this one where this lady saw the super dead mall. Let's see what the comments got. She had 24,000 comments. Can't relate. My mall is Mall of America. Lucky. Dead malls make me sad. Yeah, taking away all the nostalgic feelings in the times. You know, that's never going to be a thing anymore. The entire mall infrastructure is held together by soft pretzels. Hilarious. That's a fact. I feel like the giant mall stores like JCPenney should all be event venues. I agree. Rent out the space for nights and parties and weddings. Where I'm from, old mall become convention halls. Like people just sell art and homemade items. On the weekends, they got so busy with actors signings. Okay, I don't want to read the comments no more. I'm tired. But long story short, the traditional mall, it's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what else you want to talk about. And remember, this shit is simple. You and I are the problem, but Kelly out. Peace.